Welcome to the next episode of the Beginner's Guide to Service Accommodation series. My name is Ryan Luke and I am an expert short-term rental host in multiple locations across the world, and I know a thing or two about what I'm about to tell you, so listen up. Dressing your property and the photography is the number one thing that you have to get right, and it's the number one thing that I see so many people do so wrong. I did it at the beginning. I thought I could take some quirky photographs on my iPhone, pretend that I was a professional photographer, get them listed, and away I went. And yes, I got bookings, and yes, I made money. But how much money did I leave on the table? That is the main thing. Now, with my experience, having set up over 300 units worldwide, I know how to dress a property and how to get bookings. And it comes down to the minimalistic look that you create and the professional photography that you onboard and work with and get put into play on all the different booking channels. There's many other ways that you can advertise in terms of how you place your order of photographs. I like to put a run through. As you come through the front door, what would you experience? After your headshot image, which is the one that you hope is going to attract more bookings, get people to investigate further into your listing and see if they want to explore more of the photographs, read more of the description. You want to then take them through a journey of your property. How does the property flow? You want to also get in there why they should trust you. We are IPRAC certified. We are a professional certified body. That means that when guests see that certificate, they know they can trust us, they know they can book with confidence, and that increases the conversion ratio. That's one photograph that we put in our listing. We put it on all the booking channels and we shout it loud on our own website as well. These are just some simple things. In terms of dressing the property, the good old saying, you buy cheap, you buy twice, and that comes to play all the time in serviced accommodation. It really does. Now I get it, some of you might be starting out, you might be on a very tight budget, and Facebook Marketplace might be the only way you can get these places started. Don't let me stop you, get out there, get it done, get the cash in the bank and get going. But as you start to build your pot up, don't keep that trait going through your portfolio. It will cost you more in the long run. Spend money on good hardware and furniture. I'm not saying go daft. I see it all the time where people spend far too much on furniture, knowing that it's going to get wear and tear. It makes me cringe. However, you've got to find the happy medium. You've really got to find the balance. And that is where the key is in getting a dressed property that is staged correctly for professional photography. Top tip here. Some of the stuff that you will see in my photographs does not remain in the properties for the guests. We have a staging basket. That basket allows us to make these properties look magical. Don't get me wrong, when the guest checks in, they still feel like they're getting everything they saw in the photograph. We cannot have that misalignment. However, we don't need to leave the fancy throws in there. We don't need to leave the fancy velvet pillows in there because they just get tossed on the floors. They just get ruined. They're not needed. However, for the photographs, they look amazing. Our wooden baskets, our fancy towels, they all look amazing. But when we actually go into the property, it's slightly different. That doesn't mean they're getting a worse experience. It's just making sure that we enhance the value of what we're doing. We get the clicks, we get the bookings, we get the views, and ultimately we get the money paid over. And that is what it's all about. Being clever, being smart with how you do it, but it ultimately comes down to having a great team. You need to get a photographer that you can work with and trust. Check their photographs. Make sure that their lighting is good. Make sure that they've photographed a AirBNB property before. There is a big difference between a estate agent photographer who goes out to photograph to list it online for sale or rent as to somebody demonstrating a product. You would not see a pair of trainers from Nike with an iPhone photograph on their website. I guarantee you they spend tens of thousands getting their merchandise photographed under the right lighting to give it the best possible chance of selling, and your properties are no different. And that, my friends, is today's video. I hope you take it on board. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to comment. I will personally answer every single question that I get asked, and please jump over to TikTok and give me a little follow over there as well. And don't forget, if you haven't watched it already, this video here tells you all about the foundation of the technology you need with a channel manager and pricing software as you start your Airbnb journey.